These are men in detention in Washington, D.C. January 6 protesters still in custody. This photograph was taken last night, and there they are actually singing the national anthem. I'm told this is a nightly ritual for the 30 or 40 so still in custody. And many of us believe they should not be there, but they finally had a very high-profile visit. Louis Gohmert, Congressman, and Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican of Georgia. She got inside. She saw those patriots. Congresswoman, first of all, welcome back to Newsmax. How are you?
I'm doing well, Greg. Thank you. It's good to see you tonight.
Good to. How are they doing?
They're not doing well. You know, I've been trying for months and months to get in the jail. I've been requesting a tour of the entire jail, not just the Patriot Wing. But finally, after just fighting and refusing to give up and even going to the mayor's office and demanding a visit at the D.C. jail, we got in last night. I received the call less than 15 minutes notice that I had to be at the jail at 6:30. I found that out when I was walking off the floor, and I called Louis Gohmert and asked him if he would like to come with me. And so myself, 4 members of my staff, Congressman Gohmert, and 2 members of his staff, we went to the jail last night and toured the jail along with the City Council of Washington, D.C. But we were on our way being taken to leave the jail, and we had not seen the January 6th defendants yet. And I asked them, I said, you know, part of this tour is for us to see the January 6th defendants. And then they proceeded to tell me no, that was not part of my tour. Well, I wasn't having it, Greg, and I was going to go scorched earth on those people. And I told them it was going to be very bad if I had to leave that jail last night without seeing the January 6th defendants. And then they made some phone calls and they changed their mind, and they allowed me to go in along with Congressman Gohmert and our staff. And Greg, I want to tell you, when we walked into that section of the jail that is completely separate from the rest of the inmates and the other pretrial defendants there, what I saw is what appeared to be men who were political prisoners of war, and they had thought that they were forgotten. They had thought that everyone didn't care about them. They felt hopeless, but when we walked in, it was a complete change. They came flooding out of their cells and coming down the stairs and coming to the common area where we walked in, cheering, clapping, and crying, because they had not seen anyone come in there and had felt like no one cared about them. Now, I want to also say this, Greg, these are men that are charged with crimes, and I'm not defending what they had done at the Capitol, and I'm not defending the riot because I did not like the riot. But what I am there for, and the reason why I'm standing up for this issue, is I am solidly against political witch hunts. And I'm against what's happening to these men and how they're being treated. And I do believe in due process. I believe in justice. I believe in our court system. And I don't think politics should have anything to do with it. And these are men that have committed misdemeanors, and they have been held for nearly 10 months now, some of them, since they were arrested in January. And it's time for America to wake up. We can't allow this to happen in our country.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.